to try back to walk through the subject. So just kind of just gently closing your eyes.
Sorry, Priyanka, I'm getting a lot of feedback from the microphone actually right now.
Oh. Okay, hang on. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so I'm going to take a nice deep breath and invite you to do the same. Center, let your day fall away, although you just woke up, so maybe let the week fall away. Do please gently close your eyes and just scan your body for any tension or tightness. And notice where that tension and tightness is. And breathe into those places. Relaxing. And just taking that few seconds to connect with your breath. So one way to connect with your breath is to give your breath a color. And then just visualize that colorful breath flowing in and out of your body, sending it to the places within your body that perhaps most need it. Then I'd like to invite you to set an intention for your practice today, a sankalpa. This is something that you want to cultivate in your life. It could be gratitude, love, compassion, patience. So I'd like to set an intention for all of us today that we may be patient during our practice, both with ourselves, with our bodies, and to take that patience off the mat into our daily life, which is where yoga makes life so much more enriching. And in those moments where we're not patient, it's okay. Just notice if you're rushing through a breath during the practice or you're rushing through a pose. Without judgment or criticism. And to just be aware of all the different levels of thought processes that we have. When you're ready, I'd like to invite you to just come onto all fours. So we're going to do the cat and the cow. So here you can Double up your mat, protect your knees, roll your fingers so that they're flat on the mat, keeping your knees slightly apart. And then just exhale, round your back. Inhale, open your chest. So I'd like to just do 3 of these with you. So this is just going to help synchronize your breath with your movements. And then when you're done with 3, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. So just going at the pace of your breath. No rush. Take your time. Savor the stretches. Once you're in downward facing dog, you can do a little bit of slow pedaling because that'll kind of stretch your hamstrings. And then just walking up to the front of the mat, or you can step forward, whichever works for you. Okay, and then we're going to come to a standing forward bend. And now you're feeling into the hamstring stretch again. Notice if you lock your knees over here. Okay, so we don't want to be locking the knees. And then when you're ready, bend your knees and unroll vertebrae by vertebrae, letting your head, neck, and your arms hang. This will take the pressure off your lower back and also kind of avoid any kind of a head rush. Plus, it's really good to feel each part of your body unroll. Okay, once you're standing, perfect. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to half forward fold. Okay, so you can even put your fingers on your shins, your knees, your thighs. Exhale back to full forward fold. Inhale, step the right leg back to high lunge, left leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Keep the hips up if you can. And then we're going to slide to baby cobra. Untuck your toes at the back. So I'm doing a low cobra, baby cobra, because that's just going to protect our lower back. It's first thing in the morning. You don't want to be doing very high stuff till your body's warmed up. So exhale, tuck your toes to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, step the right leg forward into warrior 2, left foot flat at the back. Once you feel your feet are grounded, lift your body up into warrior 2, circle the left arm, bend your knee, sink into your hips. Perfect. And here's where I'll invite you to just notice the next 3 cycles of your breath. On your next inhale, we're going to turn towards a warrior 1 stance. Okay, lifting the left foot or rotating the left foot. Arms stretched up. Please do not pull your shoulders down. Let them be in the natural format of lifting up. And then on your next exhale, bring your palms down to high lunge. Inhale, step the right leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale to baby cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, step the left leg to warrior 2, circling the right arm, bringing the left up. Back straight, chest open. Just feel your body settling into the pose, the muscles that activate, tighten up. And then noticing your breath. Is it in the chest or the belly? On your next inhale, warrior one, Virabhadasana Eka. Turning the right foot at the back, noticing how the weight distribution at the bottom of your feet changes. And then on your next exhale, bring your palms down to high lunge. Inhale, stepping the left foot back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog again. Inhale, step the right leg forward to end. Exhale, left forward to end. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, back to full forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain. Lengthen your spine. Prayer position, Anjali Mudra in front of your heart. Samastiti, palms by your side. Perfect. Great. Are we up for one more? Do I see thumbs? Perfect. Excellent. All right. Inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, back to full forward fold. Inhale, step your left leg back this time to high lunge, right leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, step the left leg into lizard. So you're bringing the left leg on the outside of your left palm. You can lower your right knee, bend your elbows. If you want to put a block underneath the right or the left elbow or both of the hands, you can. And then just allow yourself to settle into the pose. Perfect. So lizard is good for your hips. It's a hip opening pose. So if you want to send your breath over to the inner thigh, to the hip, just adding that little bit of creativity and imagination to your practice. So imagine relaxing the muscles. You can even add thinking about a lizard and the attributes that they have, patience being one of them, right? They just sit and patiently wait. The lizards in India. And then just feel into your breath. You can close your eyes or keep them open, whichever works for you. So I'll always invite you to do these things just as a way to make your practice a little richer. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the arms, bring the left leg back to plank. So you can lift your right knee off the mat simultaneously, again, doing what works best for you. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground or chaturanga, whichever you're doing. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, step the right leg into Uttan Prasthasana. You can lower your left knee, bend your elbows, place your block under your left elbow or your right palm or both, whichever worked for you. Again, breathing into your stretch, sending that colorful healing breath that we set at the start of our class today. And just patiently allowing that hip to open up a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, straightening the arms, bringing your right leg back into a plank stance, holding just for a cycle of your breath. And then exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground, inhaling to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And now we're going to do a three-legged dog. So inhale, step the left leg up to three-legged dog. And then exhale to pigeon. Some people call this mermaid. Okay, sliding the right leg out behind you. You can do a little wiggling. I always like to wiggle into this pose sideways. Yeah, and then just walk your head and chest down, making yourself comfortable. Okay, so another hip opening pose to complement the lizard. Bringing your awareness to your breath, but also noticing the texture of your yoga mat against your fingers and other parts of your body where the skin is touching or in contact with your mat or whatever the surface is that you're resting your body on. Here's where you might find that the mind starts to wander. What do I need to do today? Or what happened last week? So noticing that, and then without judgment, bringing yourself back to this moment, noticing sensations, sounds, textures. And then I'd like to invite you to take one deep breath in, pigeon, before we release from the pose. And then on your next inhale, lift your head and chest up. Feel that lovely back bend. And then circle your right arm, grab a hold of your right leg at the back, and breathe into that stretch. Now, morning practice, your body will always be very different from an evening practice. So go slowly. You don't want to cramp up. And then we're going to release the right leg at the back, inhaling to the center. Bring your palms into prayer position. We're going to do something a little interesting. So prayer position, we're going to exhale to the left. So this might mean that you're placing your elbow on your knee or your thigh. Lovely. Breathe. Okay, and then we're going to inhale back to the center and switch sides. And this time we're exhaling to the right. Elbow comes down on the mat. Keep the chest lifted. Don't let it fully collapse on your thigh. This would be like a variation. So a twisted pigeon, Parivritta Kapotasana. And then we're going to inhale back to the center. Placing the palms down, exhale, bring your left leg to downward facing dog. And then inhale, bring your left leg to three-legged dog. One more time, just to release any tension. Exhale down, sliding into plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling to your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to three-legged dog, Tripado Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then exhale to Kapotasana, pigeon. Okay, walking the head and the chest down. And supporting your head in whichever way is comfortable. So either making your hand into a fist or placing your forehead on the mat. A little bit of wiggling. And then just bringing your awareness to your breath, taking refuge in the breath. Okay, being aware of how your body feels in totality, heavy, light. Noticing all the points of contact that your body has with the surface that you're resting on. And then on your next inhale, lifting the head and the chest up. Here's where I'd like to invite you to take that nice deep breath in over here and really feel it. You can exhale out from your mouth. Then we're going to circle and grab a hold of your right leg at the back. And then here you're going to notice sometimes one side of your body feels a little bit flexible or tighter. So anatomically super normal, not to worry about that. But just breathing into the intensity of the stretch. Eyes can be opened and closed or closed. And then we're going to release the leg at the back. Inhale to the center. Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Exhale first to the right. So this is going to probably make your left elbow rest on your right knee. And then we're going to inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. This time the elbow goes on the yoga mat. Perfect. Try not to collapse into your thigh. Slight smile on your lips. And then we're going to inhale back to the center. Exhale, bringing the right leg back to downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale right leg to three-legged dog just to release any tension. Exhale down, slide into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Staying here just for a breath or two. So if you're doing a high upward facing dog, lower yourself and enjoy this subtle back bend. Feel your chest rising and falling. And then on your next exhale, downward facing dog. Then we're going to inhale, step your left leg forward. Exhale, right leg forward. Notice if you are standing at the same place that you started, because this is a very interesting story. I'll share one day with you guys. So you're going to inhale to half Uttanasana. After that, exhale to full forward fold. And then inhale back to mountain. Lengthen your spine, bringing your palms together. Prayer position in front of your heart. Samastiti. Taking a moment to feel your breath, your body, posture. And relax. Shake yourself out. Okay, so hopefully we're all nice and warmed up. Great. So the next thing I'd like to do is called Supta Padangushtasana, but we're going to do it with a little help from our friends. So if you've got a chair or a block or something that you want to grab a hold of, we're going to do the big toe hold balance. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate. Roll the right foot flat onto the mat. I'm going to hold on to the wall over here. You're going to lift your leg up, either grab your big toe, which is where the name big toe hold comes into the picture, or you can hold the sole of your foot, or you can just hold underneath, whichever works for you. So grab a chair, stand by the wall. Perfect. Good. And then you're just feeling that. Now, what I'd like to do is like to ask you if you can check whether you're locking the leg, the knee that you're standing on. So I'm on my right leg. So are you locking your right knee if that's the leg you're standing on? And then if you feel comfortable, you can let go of the wall, place your hand on your waist or hip. And release. Perfect. Good. Shake your legs out. Okay, I'm going to have to go over to my other wall. And then just doing the same thing on this other side. Rolling your foot flat, stepping into the big toe hold. Okay, making sure that the standing leg knee is soft. Perfect. When you feel like you've kind of stabilized, let go of the wall. Notice your breathing. And release. Perfect. Great. Good job. Okay. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. So I'd also like to do the tree pose. I think that'll be a nice way to complement our balance. So whichever leg you want to start with, just roll your foot flat onto the mat, and then you can do a low, medium, high, or a lotus, whatever works for you. Prayer position. Find a point to gaze. And release. Perfect. Good job. Shake your legs, switching sides. Again, low, medium, high, or lotus. Really what works for you. And release. Good job, guys. Perfect. Shake, shake, shake. And then we're going to do a variation of triangles. So coming into a warrior two stance, but without bending the knee, we're going to do Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I hope you guys have watched the movie. So you're going to exhale to the right. Perfect. Arms are reaching up to grab the sun out of the sky. Keep your knees soft. Eyes can be opened or closed. Breathing in and out, either through the nostrils or the nostril and your mouth. Okay, release. Perfect. So if you found that your body was trembling a little or shaking, that's usually the core saying, hey, what are you doing? So we still need to work on strengthening the core. So switching sides, pointing your left toe, inhale, lifting your arms, exhale to the left, micro bend your left knee and your right knee for that matter. Putting the sun back up in the sky on the other side. And then just feeling into those intercostal muscles, which is really where this pose is benefiting us. Okay, when we release from this, I'd like to invite you to notice the sensations on your fingertips. So on your next inhale, letting go of the pose. Perfect. Lovely. Great. Stepping back, please have a seat. I'd like to do the spinal twist with you. So there are two ways that we can do the spinal twist. We can either bring the left leg over the right knee and then fold the right leg in. When you fold it in, try to make sure that the heel isn't going underneath your sit bone. So once you're in the spinal twist, perfect. You're going to inhale, lengthen your left arm. Exhale, place your left hand behind, and then you can either do a shin hold with your hand, an elbow wrap of the shin, or lengthen your right arm, place the elbow on the thigh, and exhale into your twist. Perfect. So here's where we always scan the body. So you want to just check in. Is the left elbow taking the weight? Sorry, the left elbow locked or micro bent? And then lifting your left hand off the mat. Notice if your body can stay straight or if there's a tendency to collapse. Noticing your feet, left foot resting on the mat, right foot resting on the side on the mat. Back is comfortably straight. And then finally, just bringing your awareness, and I'd like to invite you to just count the next 3 breaths and notice whether you rush through the breath or you're comfortable with the breath. And then when you're ready on the 4th inhale, swivel back to the center. And then here, I'm just going to do a little adjustment. So we're going to take the left leg, bring it in front of the right shin. Take your right leg and place it as if you're in a half cross-legged seated position. You're going to lean back, lift the left leg and walk your hands up to wherever you're comfortable in holding. Perfect. So this is called Ekapadottanasana. One-legged hold, one-legged lifted hold, something nice and complicated. Okay, and then we're going to have a little bit more fun. So holding the left foot with your left hand, we're going to take the right arm and circle and take it behind. So again, another twist. And if you want to place the hand on the ground, that works also, or you can keep it up shoulder height. And then your whole body is basically resting on the sit bone and the right leg. Lovely. Release. Inhale, circle your arm back, letting go of your left leg. Shake your legs out. And then we're going to switch and do the spinal twist to begin with. So fold your left leg in, bring your right leg over next to the the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your right arm. Exhale, circle and take it behind. And then you can do the shin, elbow wrap, or elbow on your thigh. Quick scan of the body. Right elbow soft, not too much weight on the right hand at the back. And Ardha Matsyendrasana, the spinal twist, also known as Lord of the Fishes, is always good for the internal organs. So they say that twists in yoga really help the internal organs function much better. So taking a few seconds maybe to thank all the digestive organs and the other internal organs. And then on your next inhale, releasing from the pose, moving back to the center, taking your right leg in front of the shin, left leg opens up into a half cross-legged pose, leaning back, stretching your right leg, walk your hands up to wherever you can comfortably hold. Quick scan, noticing if your back is straight or rounded, knees soft or locked. And then when you're ready, circling your left arm behind. Noticing where and how the body redistributes the weight. And then inhaling back to the center, letting go of your right leg. Stretch the legs out, shake them if you need to. Perfect. And then we're going to go into Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. So you're just going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Now the deal with this is you want to try not to round the back. Keep your elbows slightly bent, knees slightly soft. And then slowly with each exhale, try to fold from the lowest part of the body without rounding the back. Eyes or your drishti would be either your toes, or if you close your eyes, you can bring your awareness to the Agna chakra, which is between your eyebrows. And sort of focus on the third eye, just as a way to cultivate intuition, which is something women have a slightly, well, we have it a little bit more than men. You can actually imagine a little purple ball or a sphere circling between your eyebrows. Notice where your thoughts float off to in the meantime, if they do at all. And then on your next inhale, we'll release, sweep your arms back up, place them behind your body. Okay, so you can do fingers away from the sit bones or towards the sit bones. It's just an Ashtanga Hatha Yoga difference, variation. Lifting either in Purvottanasana incline, plane, or tabletop. Okay, so bending your feet, lifting the hips. Perfect. And just doing what works for you so that we strengthen the wrists, open the chest, and then gently exhale back down. Okay. Do shake out and rotate your wrists. I'm sure they'll be very appreciative of that. Okay. Then we're going to do Vishnu's pose Anantasana. So this means we're going to roll over to the right side, another hip opening pose. 3 ways to do this. So either head rests on your upper arm, or you bend your elbow, cradle your head in your hands, or you place your elbow, forearm flat on the mat. Lower leg bent. If you want to keep your leg straight, that works also. And then you're just going to inhale, lift the right leg and grab wherever you can, calf muscle, thigh, or your big toe. Perfect. And then once you feel like you've settled into the pose, you can always adjust in the middle of the pose. Do please gently close your eyes. When we close our eyes in the yoga practice, what we're doing is we're tapping into the 5th limb of Ashtanga Yoga, which is called Pratyahara. And we're just drawing our senses inward. Connecting with ourselves. And on your next exhale, bring your leg back down. And then we're going to roll over to the other side. Just finding that variation that is comfortable for you. And then when you're ready, just inhale, lift your leg up. Grab a hold of wherever you comfortably can. And then once you feel like you've settled in the pose, aside from, of course, closing your eyes, notice your entire body, all the points of contact. Elbow. Okay, moving down towards the shoulder, the armpit, the chest, hip, thigh, left knee, right knee, the right foot. And notice if you're holding tension in the hip or the right foot. If you're tightening it, just relax. If you feel your leg is cramping, just lower it a little bit. It might be a little too high. And then gently exhale back down. Perfect. Here's where we're going to roll over onto the stomach, and we're going to do Shalabhasana, the locust. So do please place your chin on the mat, arms alongside your body. Your legs can be slightly apart or together. And then when you're ready, We're just going to inhale, lift the chin, chest, arms, and the legs. Legs can be wide apart. Head can look at the wall or the ground, whichever works for your neck. And then please breathe. Exhale gently back down. So Shalabhasana is really good for your back, especially if you're spending hours hunched over in front of your computer or your desk. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to lift up into child's pose, Shashankasana. So I like to do the pregnant version of it. So I like to open my knees, keep them apart, fold your sit bones. Perfect, lovely. You guys are on track, stretching your arms out in front or behind, or making a fist to support your forehead. Now, the deal with child's pose in my classes is that I call this my gratitude moment. So I'd like to invite you to think of 3 things that you're grateful for in your life, but why you're grateful for them. When you're done with your 3 gratitude thoughts, we'll lift the head and chest up. And then we're going to just roll back down onto the mat, lying down on your back. Keeping your knees bent. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. Again, another really good pose for the lower back to strengthen the lower back muscles, release all those hours of desk computer work. So pressing your feet into the mat, inhale, lift your hips up. And if you'd like to do a variation with your arms stretched out to the sides, similar to the star pose, or maybe above your head, please do what makes you feel really comfortable in this pose. And then take a deep breath in and out. And then take a moment to just touch upon your chest or your heart center with your mind, your body, your breath, focusing all inwards on your chest. This is where your Anahata chakra is. Very fitting for this practice. And then exhale slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, back down into Shavasana. Okay, placing your palms face up. If you'd like to cover yourself with a blanket or a shawl, please do. And then gently close your eyes. And now I'd like to invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nostrils, exhale out from your mouth. I relax my toes, my legs, and my hips. My toes, legs, and hips are relaxed. I relax my stomach, my chest, and my shoulders. My stomach, chest, and shoulders are relaxed. I relax my arms, my elbows, and my wrists. My arms, elbows, and wrists are relaxed. I relax my neck, my jaw, and my eyes. My neck, jaw, and eyes are relaxed. I relax my liver, my lungs, and my heart. My liver, lungs, and heart are relaxed. I relax my entire body, breathing, and my thoughts. My body, breathing, and thoughts are relaxed. Inhale deeply. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing the energy and the awareness back to your body. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Give yourself a lovely stretch. Flex your toes, point them, feel all the tension releasing throughout. And then rolling over to the right side, take as little or as long as you need to come to a cross-legged seated position. Perfect. Once you're seated, try to keep your eyes closed and just gently rub your palms together, making them nice and warm. Cup them over your eyes, taking a second to reaffirm your sankalpa or your intention. Namaste.